Made it out here to the woods. The first spot I was planning to go, it's the first time I've been affected on the outdoors, was completely barricaded. And it had a big old 19 sign until further notice. This area is closed. So I have to regroup. I'm glad I brought extra equipment in the vehicle so I can regroup and change course. So I went a little ways down the road, found an old spot I used to go to a lot, and I'm gonna hike down. Made it to the creek. Here's a nice little area. Looks pretty smashed though. A lot of people been coming here since I've been here. Got a curve up there. Looks like people have emptied this hole out. But this is behind that curve and behind the where's my finger? Behind the obstruction, behind the curve. So this is what you call a low pressure fallout. And it's just a rock bar in the middle of the creek. This isn't where I was intending on going, but I noticed this feature and looks like a lot of people have overlooked it. Then again, it might just be the rock pile from everybody panning over there throwing up. Throwing up. But hey, I'm gonna do a pan or two here and see what it looks like. Got the first test pan up here. Not too many black sands, but I see 2 pieces of gold. That's not bad. So I need to do some more testing. Hey guys, check out my new snuffer bottle holder. It's super soft and really comfortable. And it was sent to me by a subscriber. It said it was made from a material that won't break down in sunlight. So that's a good thing. I love it. Well, I must have cherry picked the best spot there on that first pan. 2 more pans, micros. Went a little deeper to see if it's just the flood goat on top. Then I moved to another spot completely and got a lot of material and still nothing really. But I recall, sorry about the shaky, I recall last time I was here I had a pretty rough time of it and didn't find much gold, and I started doing tests on the way out, and I remember finding some places. And you might remember if you watch all my videos saying, well, if I'd have done this all day I'd have got some gold. So I'm gonna try to remember exactly where that was, pack up and hike to it and see if we can do it. Well, I did find a little bit of material. I don't think I'll be able to run a sluice here. I might be able to break it down and run it as a single layer. There's not much flow here. Not much material either. It's all been worked. I'll show you that little test pan, biggest piece so far. All right, not a lot of micros, but there's a nice little fleck of gold. It's looking good. I'm gonna see what I can do, see if I can find a place where I got some material to work up. Nah, it's just gonna be trial and error. Finding gold, hit a few places up through this strip here, and some places have flour gold and some places have a little better. I got a test pan here, best one yet. Got 2 little flecky pieces, looks good. I'll show you that. I'll figure out what I'm going to do today. If I'm just going to cherry pick a few spots through here to pan, or if I'm going to find an area big enough to set up a sluice and give it a go. Back in a bit. Ooh, well, there's 3 pieces, 4, and some little tiny ones. Nice. It's a good test. Not a lot of material in this little area though. Hey guys, I'm still working that little stretch. I found a spot that's consistently producing little flecks of gold. So that's pretty good. It's been a while since I went out and just did a bunch of pans. It's not the same as running a sluice all day. Hummingbird. Where'd they go? That's the first time I ever seen a hummingbird in the middle of the woods. Cool. I might be onto a streak here. I'm working in the middle here and there's some big rocks. I moved them out of the way, moved some other big rocks, and I kind of punched through. And instead of hitting clay, I found a material, this orange loamy type stuff. It's not quite clay, but it's what I call pay out here. I want to show you this little thing I picked. Look at that bad boy. It is pretty. Yeah, now, that's the biggest piece of the day. Biggest piece of pan in a while. That's not coated in mercury. But that's so anticlimactic. It could be the biggest piece of gold of the day, and I just don't get excited about it because it's coated in mercury. Because I've also been fooled. Sometimes that mercury is old lead. Sometimes it's 90% mercury and no gold. Sometimes it's just a big old flake of gold coated with a tiny bit of mercury. So it's anticlimactic for me. It spoils my moment. But I like it when it's gold. All right. That was a nice piece of gold. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to take me a little break. Done about 10 pans, I guess, up this little stretch. And I'm going to think about it. What am I going to do? Am I going to continue just doing little pans, or am I going to try to set up a sluice down there? I'd have to take the top off, I'm pretty sure. It takes a minute. Not a big deal. But I have to classify. Wish I had a 1-inch classifier, because I think that would work for this sluice box, or at least 3/4, and get it done quicker. Alright, so that took maybe 5 minutes. A lot of threads, because I got the extra studs in there now I put in. And I still haven't completed moving both bars, but one should be fine. I got the wings on the bottom, so this is just a regular double strike sluice box. And I'm going to get over there and get it set up. I'm hopefully it'll work, because I really don't have much water here. That's why I need a spike strike creek sluice for this very situation. Just taking a stroll on my break, making sure there aren't any dry trees out here, but you really can't see it on the camera. There's a shaft there, an old exploring mine shaft. It's right in the curve where it should be dug out. Pretty good sized hole. There's all kinds of old mine shafts and cuts and things like that out through here. Woods sure are pretty today. Very green. Here we got another one. I don't know if you can tell it. This is an entire horseshoe dug out of the side of the bank here. 3 or 4 feet. And that might be on a bigger step right there that was taken out. So this whole entire point here might have been mined down 3 or 4 feet at least. Must be gold here. Wonder what I just found. It looks like an old piece of old stove or something, but kind of looks like a mold. Dang. Well, that's cool. Huh. If anybody knows exactly what this thing is, I'll clean it up and see if there's any stamps or markings on it. It looks like a mold pour to me. Hey guys, checking in. It's been a little while. Ain't that pretty? Got the blooms. I'd like to say that was easy. I'd like to say it's working good. But I guess this is on the lower limits of the flow. I keep changing it. I've messed around a long time, but what else I got to do? It's a good opportunity where you test out the lower limits of what the double strike can do. I've never had to break it down in the field and use it like a regular sluice. Trying to set the area up. You have a big bowl here. It's a large volume of water going in, and it can increase the flow. Just ain't quite got it. I drop it down and it don't do right. I raise it up, it don't do right. So it might all be a waste of time. But I had fun trying to have fun in the creek. But I got some material I'm working on here. It's looking good. Under this rock. I'm gonna fill this bucket up completely classified. And then I'm gonna get me a test pan and shake one down and see if I can slowly feed it through that sluice box, because I don't think I can come out here and do 40 pans a day like I used to. Ain't got it in me no more. I can shovel all day, but especially in shallow water. Trying to pan in shallow water, you bend all the way over. Can't find nothing good to sit on. I could build me a bench out of these rocks. Getting old. Gotta find ways to get it done. Here we go. This thing could ruin your day. Nasty ant. They've known They kill people just like a bee can kill a person. Well, isn't this nice? Just a day out on the creek. Didn't go as planned, but improvised. If I knew I was classifying and sluicing today, I would have brought a few other things. I'm just hand feeding it, drawing it over the pan so I don't lose anything. Feeding it slow. Everything seems to be rattling around pretty good. There's a nice little piece of gold sitting on the mat. Seen a bunch of little flowers sit there for a second. It's probably just down in the first one. Hoping there's some good gold in this. But I'm probably only going to clean it out once. And I don't have to worry about whitewashing it because I don't think I have enough flow. So I'm just going to leave it set up here until I'm done and clean it out once. Hey guys, check. Damn it, Jason. Alright, Wizard. I won't say back in a bit no more. Alright, I was checking in to show you guys a little bit of test pan I got here. It's been a while since I've seen gold, so I shook one down and there's some little bits there, and I saw some fine stuff washed down over here a little bit. Oh, that's looking good. So I'm just slow feeding it. I come over here and throw a few scoops in it, and I'm mostly just digging and classifying because it's about a 20-to-1 rock to material ratio here. So, not breaking any records, making the best of what the day turned into, and hopefully I'll have a good show of gold. I've seen some nice pieces today. It's looking good. All right, let's get to it. Get down to a layer of rock. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'm trying to let it clear out so I can see, and I'll just reach in and grab them. Make it easy. Hey guys, checking in. Just want to show you a little bit of the material here, what I'm working with. A lot of rocks, and in between the rocks is what you want is this real sticky stuff. A lot of heavy rocks involved. I'm getting deeper and deeper, and it's just full of ironstone. And this these big pieces of bedrock or whatever they are, that's some of the heaviest junk you could imagine right there. That stuff is up there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill all this back in, make it nice and pretty. But I'm still hammering on it. I'm hoping to have a nice cleanup. Having a great time out here. I just kind of got in the zone and just, once I got my system set up and just kept at it. Then I got to where I was sluicing constantly, just throwing a little bit in every now and then. It's been rocking and rolling. I love that about prospecting. You can go out with a plan, but you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes you never know you're going to end up. I'm several miles away from where I was supposed to be, and don't know why I chose this creek. It's not known for great gold, but hey, making the best of it, and all we can do is hope that there's some nuggety goodness in there, or at least some flaky fineness. All right. Well, this is the last of them I'm going to dig. I've done all my test pans. You didn't see all the test pans. There were some skunks, and a lot of them just had little fine gold. You did see the few that showed me some flecky stuff. So no telling what's in the double strike. You can tell it's starting to get a lot of black sands in there. So I'm going to alternate running this material and filling in my holes, and then we'll be ready to clean this thing out. Hey, checking in. Well, this is it. I finally got down to just the black sand. Let me switch hands. All right. I see a bunch of lead, and I saw some silvery stuff. All right. Whoa. Oh man, let me get this clean. Well, I'm happy with that. There's some of those pieces that got a funny shape and they kept rolling down. Hard to keep up there. I've been packing and filling my hole so long, I've forgot what that gold looked like. So I dumped out the snuffer bottle. Ooh hoo 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 hoo. That is not. Hey guys, well, I banged out a couple test pans down there. Found heaps. Bought a claim. Moved to Alaska. Lost everything. Came back. Now I'm ready to go home. Hey guys, check. Damn it, Jason. Alright, Wizard. I won't say back in a bit no more.